I can't afford not. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome.
Peace, peace, y'all.
Let's talk about it. I can't afford not. Come on in and share the live for us, y'all. Come on in and share the live for us.
Peace, peace, y'all. Peace, peace.
Welcome, welcome. Come on in, y'all. Come on in, share the live. Share the live. Where the Bible come from? Where the Bible prophecy will take place at? You know, I don't really want. I'm trying to find a better way to say it, but we're just talking about, basically the title. Ethiopia is the biblical land, and if Ethiopia is the biblical land, then so much can be talked about just with that foundation. Just with that foundation alone, so much can be talked about. But a lot of people, the world, have been taught to overlook these facts, that would validate the truth. Like Israel saying Israel is the biblical land is not validated. It was created and we believed it. But when you start talking about Ethiopia, you get into validation. Or basically saying the truth always have validation. The lie don't have validation. That's why it's about fear. The Bible is for the world. Why you call it? The Bible is for the world. I wouldn't necessarily say the Bible is for the world. The Bible will affect the world. The truth is for the world. I would say that. But even in the Bible, it say God has a particular people. It say many are called, few are chosen. So when you get into the narrative of the Bible can't be for everybody because the Bible will be only for the chosen ones. So even if you look at it from their perspective, the Bible can never be for the world. That's another lie that we have been taught to believe.
Has it been passed out to the world?
So the Bible is not for the world. We must tell the truth about that. The Bible does not belong to the world. And that's something we was to touch on a lot, man, really just showing people how nobody's even supposed to be teaching the Bible. Just because you have a Bible, just because you study it, just because you research it, just because you listen to what scholarship, has said, that don't make you no teacher. Actually the Bible instructs us not to be teachers.
So who does it belong to?
The chosen few. Many are called, few are chosen. But the book actually belongs to Christ. And Christ is going to give you the information so you can understand the book. So now you will be worthy to read the book. You will be worthy to go in the book. So many people are not worthy to even go in the Bible and teaching about it. You can read it, But you're not worthy to go in the Bible and teach it and pass information from the Bible. You're not worthy to do that. Christ is going to give you that power. And again, that's the world prophesizing with their head covered. Christ is the head of every man, but where is the Christ? Everybody that's prophesizing has Christ covered up.
Yeah, like bad service.
I got bad service.
It showed it there, lost connection.
So really, when you deal with what's going on, that's one simple law. Man should not pray or prophesy having his head covered. So if you praying or you teaching, you prophesizing to people, but you can't uncover Christ, you can't uncover your head because Christ is the head, then you dishonor your head. So many people right now are proclaiming they following Christ when they actually dishonoring Christ and God.
And if you don't understand what we're saying, feel free to request up so you can ask your question.
And people say how Christ is the anointed one, not the anointed many. That's why people become Christians, aka the disciples became Christians, not people who went to church. The only people in the Bible to become Christians are those who walk with Christ. But it's no such thing as and that's why people, Christ said in the jealousy seat. But what's going on, brother? Peace.
I'm good. What's up?
All right. Yeah.
I like it. I like your all starting from YouTube. I'm your subscriber. I like your work. I should start from saying that.
Okay.
Were there any questions you had? I saw you had some questions in the comments.
I didn't understand what is your point. Like
the Bible is a sealed book according to scriptures. The scriptures tell us the Bible is sealed. Christ comes to unseal the Bible because the Bible is God's vision. Man and woman right now don't have the power to fulfill God's vision. Christ gives that power, and that's why the scriptures say, wait on the Lord to renew your strength. So we're not strong enough to fulfill God's vision. That's what the Bible is.
For me, I'm an Ethiopian. We're family from Orthodox Christians, but I don't believe in Bible or in Christianity. I believe as a human, we have the right and the wrong in our essence. You don't do wrong, you know what's right and what's bad. That's what I believe in.
Okay. And believe it or not, brother, that's the same thing we believe in. And see that's why we sharing this information to let people know it's not about believing in the Bible, because the Bible is a vision. The vision, a lot of people not gonna believe in the vision until it happens. People who say they believe in the Bible don't really believe in the Bible because they don't understand it.
But it is different. Like, I'm an Ethiopian. My dad worked for the church as a spare time for Orthodox Church.
Okay.
I love his commitment, his dedication, his faith at the same time. But I don't believe in the entirety of the Bible. How it came? No, I believe in a God. I believe in a faith that I have a one God, and it is written. His rule is written in my essence. But it also make me happy or make me understand people who life, faith, or religion. For example, in Ethiopia, most of the people, like, they spend more than 250 days fasting for their faith. When you see that, it makes you wonder. They have something, I don't know, I can't explain it.
Well, yeah,
I,
it's yeah. That's why I say, the Bible. Well, I don't want to say the Bible, but everybody has deceived. You can tell the truth is unification, lies is separation. So we can see we live in a lie. That's why we are separated. But like you said, God is real, and at the end of the day, that's what's going to be revealed to the world. Because when you deal with the biblical stories, you know, God used people to reveal itself, and that's what religion have really changed about God. All religions have created a certain deity. You know,
yes,
so
yes,
but when you deal with the biblical stories, God always used people to do something like when the children of Israel was in Egypt, God sent Moses. That the sky ain't cracked. None of that ain't happening when it was time to fight Goliath. David showed up among the people. So I'm not. We not religious because we use the Bible. We're not religious at all. That's like I said. We have the same. We believe in right and wrong. We see right and wrong. I don't need a Bible to
okay,
tell me right and wrong. But
okay,
at the same time, if we truly understood the Bible was an end time vision rather than historical stories, it'll change the perspective of how we look at it. And that's why at these times it's about the happening of God. It's really about what's about to take place. It's not really about what you believe in or not. As long as you are a righteous man or righteous woman, you're gonna be on the right side. It has nothing to do with your religion. But at the same
yes, sir.
time, things are about to take place.
Yeah, that's what I believe into. Like, if you're Muslim, Christian, Buddha, Hindu, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You're you're a person. You have a free will.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Your God or creator or energy wants you to do right by yourself and by others.
Just that
You can
simple.
pray day and night and do bad things. That doesn't matter. That doesn't make you heavenly. I believe we're all humans. We have a free essence. We know what is wrong and right, and we do right. So if you do bad, it doesn't matter about your religion. But it is intriguing. You can't, like, forget about people in religion that are dedicated, that are trying to be good. Even if they have religions, they will always try to do good.
Well, yeah, yeah. That's why when it comes to I don't know, he logged off. Like I say, but when it comes to that's why God is gonna call people from any religion. At the time that God called you, you gonna tell God, I'm Muslim, I can't come. I'm gonna start asking religious folks that. If God was calling you right now, would you say I'm Muslim and tell God you can't come? But the cold thing about it, people have done that. That's the cold thing about it. People have done that. Yeah. People have actually done that. I'm Muslim. I'm Hebrew. I'm an Israelite. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
How you doing, Yaja?
I'm good. I'm good.
All praises to the Most High. I've seen you on a lot of people's pages and stuff like that, and other word else is you guys believe. What did y'all believe, by the way?
What is our belief?
God is
Yes,
true.
sir.
I don't know. Like we don't have a religion. It's more of a, we believe in God. We believe in the spirit. We believe in the truth.
And I like the way you break scripture up here and there. So could you teach me something? Or I don't know.
Yeah, you got, if you got a question, I just, it's a million things in my head. So it's better to ask questions because I don't know what you need to know. I might tell you something you might already know. So if you ask me a question or some kind of answer that you won't answer that will give you clarity, that'll be the best way to approach it.
Scripture. I like that. Walking with scripture. I seen you debate a lot of people. You and your wife. And y'all fire, by the way.
Okay.
You guys welcome. But you guys are both fire. What I mean by that is y'all debating people and stuff like that. So what I mean by your belief system, that's what I wanted to ask you. Yeah, Judah. Yeah.
Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
No problem, King. No problem. When you said that you were Jesus, could you explain that?
Well, Christ, not because Jesus has became the golden calf that everybody worships. It has been created by the world.
Mm-hmm.
God raises someone from the earth and anoint them like God always did. When God wanted to build a boat, God put the spirit in Noah. When God wanted to get the children out of Egypt, God sent Moses. When God wanted to lead them to the promised land, he gave the spirit to Joshua. So the world has changed that. Now the Bible say God don't change. He's the same today, forever, forevermore. Don't change. So I wouldn't really I don't call myself Jesus. I'm Christ. I'm the one who God has anointed. I'm the one who God has given the gift to. So I want to make that very clear. A lot of people, something in conversation and certain people, they hear it that way because again they don't have the understanding. But I will be Christ.
Yes, sir.
I just want to give you a precept to that.
Yes, sir.
If you go to Hebrews 5.
I ain't got my sword, but if you don't mind reading it.
All right. It says, for every high priest taken from among men. Now we must first stop right here. How did God choose the messengers back then? He took them from where? Among men.
Egypt?
No, he took them from among men.
I'm sorry.
It says, for every high priest taken from among men is ordained for men in things pertaining to God.
Doing, by the way?
Huh?
The baby girl or baby boy, how he or she doing?
Oh, she's good.
Oh, for the name, if you don't want me asking.
The what?
The name of your baby girl?
Well, yeah, I don't put that on social media. I have a lot of haters, so.
All right, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Come on, no problem. I'll leave that alone. But congratulations, by the way.
All right. So, yeah, you guys kind of threw me off there. So,
my man.
Yeah, so right now we have to understand every high priest that's ordained for man is taken from among man. We waiting for something to come down from the sky. It don't happen that way. That's not even scripture. So it says that he may offer both gifts and sacrifice for your sins. So we often link Jesus Christ to the sacrifice of our sins. But this verse is letting you know it's going to be someone from among you who God takes that's going to hold this title. It's not going to be a deity that came 2,000 years ago. So this is what religion and this is what the world has taught us. So when we read the Bible, we don't link ourselves to the living God. We worship, aka the golden calf.
I don't believe in religion though, at all.
Well, it's not really about religion is deep. If you believe in Jesus, you believe in religion. That's how deep it is. Because you should believe in God.
Now, I don't know, to be honest with you, that letter J is confusing. Although my name is James Columbus, I hate the name, by the way. But with my parents, my dad, after 7 boys, he wanted to name me this name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I despise it, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, you know, man, you know, like it's nothing but the alphabet. You know, your name don't really define you, your actions do. Because right now, somebody can name you king. If you ain't acting like a king, that name don't mean nothing.
Ethiopia.
You know, so at the same time, you know, alphabets don't really shape the truth. The truth created the alphabets. Alphabets don't create the truth.
So really,
so whether you call him Yahshua, whether you call him, you know, whatever name you have for him, it's just to describe his position.
So Ethiopia is a biblical land? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. It's where the Bible come from.
I like that.
You look it up. Ethiopia got the oldest Bible, man.
So Ethiopian people are the chosen people.
Well, no, it's the Ethiopians have been scattered. That's the whole thing about the Bible saying the Jews gonna be scattered. Abraham, the descendants, gonna be in a foreign land that's not theirs.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's the whole. You know, so it just ain't Ethiopians. You know, it's just. You know, you're dealing with, you know, people that scattered all over the world.
Because I'm not black, by the way.
Okay.
So can I still walk into the kingdom?
Yeah, the kingdom is for all people.
And, well, the reason why I said I'm not black, I'm Indian.
Well, yeah, that's what Indian is black. That's what they lied to us about.
Really?
Yeah. Ethiopians, the Indians.
No, I mean, I'm very, very dark-skinned, though, but...
You know. But brother, man, the kingdom is for everybody, man. The truth, you know, we're dealing with the God of the world. Now, God do it. God chosen race to bring forth this information is, you know, the African race, you know, but you're dealing with the God of the world. So this truth, this salvation, this redemption, we all been lied to. Whether you black, white, Chinese. So we all have been lied to. So we all have to know the truth. We all have to, you know, walk in the light of God no matter what creed or color you are.
Because I followed you guys. You and you and your wife, I followed you guys. You guys battled against a lot of people. My favorite is actually WFI. And that was a very fire battle that you guys did. It was a while ago, though.
Okay.
You know WFI is, right?
I'm trying. That's a Hebrew count?
Watchers for Israel. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
And yeah, I seen that battle. That was a beautiful battle, by the way. And then you and it was
Well, yeah, man, you know.
That's what I wanted to ask you also. The smoking weed thing. Do y'all still do that?
Yeah, I smoke, yeah.
Now, this is a question that I do have. Doesn't it follow your lungs when the Bible says not to do that, but what do you mean? So you can do it, but not do it. Explain that.
You light an incense in your room? Do you light incense?
Sir. But I don't inhale it.
You don't? You breathe, huh? You breathe in the same. Do you breathe in the same room the smoke is? Well, brother,
Now,
I'm just
I gotta
telling
ask
you,
this.
brother, you're gonna breathe in something anyway, it hurt your lungs. So
Right.
smoking, when you deal with marijuana,
Okay.
you're not literally hurting your lungs like that. And
I gotta ask you a question, though.
too much of anything is bad for you. Too much water is bad for you.
I get that.
But at the same
I
time,
get that.
herb is natural.
Edibles? Yeah, you could eat edibles. I get that.
I know, but I'm just
Not too much edibles. Now, when you forcefully put something into your lungs and you're defiling your temple, what is the most I talk about that, defiling your temple?
my temple is not my lungs. My temple is my mind. That's my temple. So my temple is not my lungs. My temple is the mind.
Doesn't hurt your lungs.
No, my temple is my mind. I don't defile my mind with lies. Many people have already defiled their mind with lies. I mean, a temple. So that's what it means. Don't defile your temple.
Question. Again, are you guys puffing right now?
Huh?
Are you guys puffing right now?
No. But for one thing,
so you guys don't smoke anymore.
I just
you gotta stop,
brother.
Brother, are you trying to have a real conversation or? What
part did you understand? I said yeah. What part he missed?
I think he's joking. I think he
No. I'm just trying to figure out because I do know Bible and I do know script, but do you guys smoke a lot or just sometimes?
Brother, you worrying about the wrong thing, bro. You worrying about the wrong thing, bro. Because we do got other guests, man. So you gonna get to some legit question, or we gonna move on, bro.
All right, legit question. The Bible. Do you guys really believe in it?
We fulfilling the Bible. There's no such thing as we really believe in it. We the only ones that really believe in it. Everybody else don't believe in it. They believe what man told them.
Now, when you guys said the Bible is for everybody, that means everybody's going to be accepted.
I ain't say the Bible is for everybody. I say God is the God of the world. God is the God of black people, white people, Chinese people, Mexican people, Japan people, how you want to go. Island, what kind of people they got? Indian people. God's the God of everybody.
We can so you're telling me that we can throw away Revelations 21 and 12, the 12 gates.
Like I said, I told you God has a chosen people that's going to deliver the message.
Mm-hmm. Now the other people that's outside of the kingdom, are they going to be slaves or not?
The people, the message is for everybody.
So Jesus,
brother, slaves,
I'm asking you a question, Jesus.
Listen, slavery is just servitude. Slavery is not somebody whooping you. Slavery is servitude, brother.
Okay, so
most of everybody's slaves anyway.
Many are called.
I know.
Few are chosen.
Yes, ma'am.
So few are chosen, many are called. So Christ is calling out, but few are going to hear him.
2/3.
Huh?
2/3 of our people.
Okay.
We're not going to hear him.
Exactly. So there is going to be a calling, but everyone's not going to hear and accept.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. You guys are cool. I don't know why a lot of people wouldn't like you guys, but I like you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the truth, bro. The truth is gonna be persecuted. That's why to walk with Christ you gotta take up a cross, because you're gonna be persecuted just for speaking the truth. If we weren't speaking the truth, everybody'll love us. If we was on here turning up with bottles at the concerts, she right now shaking her ass, and
hold on.
We'll be getting getting all kind of likes. It's about the truth. That's really what it's about, the truth.
Your husband is cool, by the way. You're a cool person. I like you too. So what about your other followers that are they still there?
Yeah, brother. Everybody holding it down.
So, can y'all chime in? Y'all see my name right there, James Columbus. Y'all should walk with me a little bit because I'm the coolest person on the planet too.
Brother,
And I want to know more.
well, that's our website, brother. If you want to reach out to us, send us a message. You know, you can get on the Monday calls. You can start there, and you know,
Yes, sir.
we'll go from there, brother.
All right, all praise to the Most High.
All right, peace, man.
Peace.
Thank you for
All
coming
right,
up.
shalom.
All right, peace. Shalom. You know that Hebrew stuff good. Both of them?
I think you talked to him before, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we'll go on there.
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Peace to the man, peace to the brother and the sister, the God and the goddesses. How y'all, man?
All right, we good. Peace.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I got a question. And my question is, can you love someone that you have absolutely no respect for? None. Like zero. I don't like you at all. I can't even stand you. Can I love you? Can you love someone you have no respect for?
Depends on what you understand love is, because once you get to a certain level, you can love everybody, but you don't respect them, so you stay away from them. You see what I'm
So
saying?
you saying that,
Like
so you can
I can
love
love those, huh?
so you're saying you can love someone that you have zero respect for?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to hear what you had to say. Many have, and I've asked the question too, says absolutely no. You can't. I mean, and even if you want to go with a spouse and the spouse
Well,
cheated
you
on you
gotta
and you still
understand what
with them,
love is. Like you can't if you totally
with the
disrespect
respect.
your spouse, of course, no, you can't, because love is more of an action.
Yeah. So
If
you
you
so
don't
you
have
can't
respect
love
for her,
and
but you have to leave her. But it's like if you leave your spouse because you don't respect her, you can still love her.
but the moral of the story is basically
It depends on how you look at
God is of
love.
no respect of persons. God is of no respect of persons. So God don't care about nobody.
But you gotta understand those things are said to show you how your parents not gonna respect what you say. They're gonna tear your ass up. But they love you.
My parents are scared of me because of what I speak about,
I'm
brother.
talking about when you was a child.
Oh.
I'm saying this might not go for everybody, but some
Yeah.
parents ain't got no respect for kids. I don't care what you say. But I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna take you places. I'm gonna get you what you need. But I got no respect for what you say. So that scripture is more according to that. It's not according to somebody trying to put it in a negative sense. It's actually according to the
Okay.
prophecy and how things are going to play out. That's the way that the
Okay.
Bible is not written to try
All
to
right.
show you God attributes. The
Well,
Bible
here's
is
another
written to
one.
show you what God gonna do using
Got you.
you.
Well, here's another one to me, right? It say that it says to lean not to your own understanding, and then everybody comes on here and gives their understanding of the book. It makes no sense to me.
Oh
It
no!
really don't.
Now you
It don't
talking.
make no sense to me. It tells you to lean not to your own understanding, and then we get on here all day long and we hear purpose and the understanding of this book. It makes no sense.
Well, now you
I'm just
talking
saying,
our
like,
language. Now see,
huh?
now you talking our language because
Okay. I ain't called to disrespect you, big bro. I came to talk to you, big bro. I appreciate you
no.
being
That's what I'm
patient with me
saying.
too, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate you being patient with me, girl, because a lot of people don't. They think that I'm trolling or something. No, I'm seeking information. I seek the truth.
that's what's up.
I seek the truth, and the things that I receive, I share them. I don't keep them to myself.
Okay.
I share the information. Like the Spirit told me, like the Bible say that man cannot live off of bread alone. Correct? Well, the Spirit said that the bread was never alone to begin with. It required ingredients. Spirit said, give me the ingredients to make up bread. I shall live a long time. Give me the eggs. In fact, give me the potato. Today we're going to make potato bread. And, give me the candy. I mean, give me the carrots. We're going to make carrot bread. Give me the fruit bread. We're going to make fruit cake. That's fruit bread. So give me the ingredients. Give me the wheat. Give me the water. Give me the milk. and I shall live for a long time.
Well,
Wow. And this is powerful to me because this is one of the most powerful things it ever said. It
well,
said the bread was never alone to begin with,
no,
and
you
it
got
wasn't. You can't go pluck a loaf nowhere.
Hold on, bro.
brother man. But you know, it says man can't live off bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. So it's actually describing because you got bread with yeast. You know how some people be speaking like you said, they just speaking but with no understanding. That mean they puffed up. That mean they bread is puffed up, but it's not solid. But the words that's gonna be coming from God's lips gonna be solid bread. It's gonna be without yeast. So that scripture is pertaining to again what's actually gonna be taking place. It's connected to what God is doing. You see what I'm saying? And right now,
Yeah.
God is using certain people to speak. Everybody else that's speaking, they just speaking from a puffed up position, just like puffed up bread.
Hey, check this out. Are you Israelite? I don't know what you are.
Nah.
If you are Israelite, okay, got you. But look, right in this book, do you know this book? You say you really know this book, right?
Oh yeah.
The Bible, you know it.
Uh-huh.
Do you see what Jesus secretly told people who it was? He secretly did it.
Well,
And I got the proof.
What
are you talking about?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, hold up. Okay, you can see me. Peace. Okay, Jesus, right, in that book, secretly told people who God was. I'll prove it. He told everybody that God was a circle. See, it was always a secret to know who God is and how it works. It's been this way since the beginning of time. So Jesus was a traitor because he began to go outside of his people and began to tell the secrets. Who else talk like this? Foxes have holes, circles. Birds of the air have nests, again, circles. But the Son of Man has no place to lay his, what shape is your head? Again, circles. Jesus, who is it, God? Who is it? Don't cast your pearls to the swine, but didn't tell you that the pearl is and always will be God. It's a circle. They saying I'm crazy, but everybody want to go to the pearly gates. Jesus, who is it? Who is it, Lord? If ye had faith the size of a mustard seed, well, what shape is the seed? In fact, what shape are all seeds? Again, circles. Jesus secretly told us who it was. Jesus, who is it, God? Who is it? Take of my yoke and learn of me. Well, what shape is the egg?
Brother.
Thing. Crack the yolk. What shape is the yolk? Circle. He secretly told you who it was. Spirits say that they hated him so much for secretly telling us who it was. Not only did they clown him, they crowned him honoring God. They took God is 0 and 1. They took stakes, which are ones, pointy ones. They put circles through his hands. On crosses are ones. A cross is one going that way and another one going this way. You ever notice how his head sits directly in the center of where the crossroads meets? He secretly told you who it was.
Well, brother, I want to say this.
It ain't playing, bro. It ain't playing, bro. It back up everything.
I know, but I'm just trying to give you my standpoint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only thing, if you could take that story and put it happened in today's time.
Yeah. It told me what happened in Noah's Ark.
Hold on, slow down, brother. You have to slow down so we get a foundation. If you can take everything you said and put it in today's time, because the Jesus story we have proved with scriptures is for end times. The story was never for a historical story. This is how they hijack history. They took something that was going to happen in the future, which never happened, and they created a false history.
Yeah, the whole
world believe in the false history. So if you start with the false history, you're going to always finish with a lie. It's almost impossible to get out of the web if you start with their false history. And this is what they have taught the world to do. Start with Jesus. Before Christ, after Christ. You see what I'm saying? This is their foundation. And like I said, anybody that really start there, they have to go left with their information. And that's all we saying. That's why I said if you could take that same story of Jesus and put it in today's time, the whole meaning will change.
bro. This whole thing is mind blowing. How we couldn't see through this, bro. It's to me, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Before this Bible came anywhere, the people around the world walked in circles. God, I swear on my soul. We look before the movies will tell you what we called each other. Before all of this nonsense, we called each other my Lord. God and Goddess, and what we were and who we are. We didn't call each other this. We gave the energy to someone else. We went from building cities of Atlantis, headstones, and all these places to now we just lay up in these squares. That's where the energy went. That's where the energy went. Listen, I walked on water for the first time in my life like 3 months ago. Look,
Walked on
grapes
water.
are, yes, sir. Listen, grapes are 85 to 90% water, depending on the ripeness. I put a bunch of them in the pail and I took my shoes off and I washed my feet. And I walked on water and I turned water into wine at the same time. On God, I did. And it was the best wine I ever tasted in my life. My mother don't know what to say to me. We was walking on water way back in the day. Whenever we step on the grass and we walked there, if it was no grass, there was no water, there wouldn't be no grass. We were walking on water the whole time.
Brother man.
So we don't see through nothing.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. You ever heard of watered down information?
Yeah.
Somebody walking above all that watered down information.
Yeah. Bro, it's deep, bro. We don't question nothing, bro. If God okays slavery, I'm telling God he can get God could get it, bro. As far as I'm concerned. God ain't okay no slavery, is what I'm telling you. He ain't even spoke to these devils. These devils made this up. And now they're living out what they wrote. Trump is the seventh. Trump is the trumpet that's being blown in the book of Revelations. The second trumpet says it's going to be a huge mountain on fire. The Grand Canyon was on fire since July 4th.
Okay, so hold on. So you telling me Trump in the Bible, but you not in the Bible?
How many?
Trump
I'm
in the
saying,
Bible, but
my
you not in
name
the
is in
Bible?
that book. Listen, my name is in that book. My mother cursed me when she gave me the name from the book. My name's James. So yeah, I'm in the book, but I'm cursed in that book.
Okay, hold
I
on.
got shot.
Hold on.
I've been shot 8 times.
So
I've been
James,
shot. Yeah,
so
James
James
is in
walked
that
with
book.
Christ, right?
James is in that book.
I'm saying James walked with Christ, right?
No, I don't know what he did in that book. I don't read that book no more. But it might have been Jesus' brother.
But you
I don't even know who he was.
You don't know your story in the book, but you know Trump's story.
That ain't my story. That's just
No,
the
I'm
name
saying.
my mother gave me. That ain't my story.
But
That's
you know,
some man. That's some man that my mother gave me a curse from.
Hold on.
That's not my story.
So how do you find out about Trump being in the Bible?
Because I read this book. My family forced this book on me. My
so you
family
read the
forced
book.
this religion on me.
But you don't know nothing about James.
No, not really. Nope. And listen, when my family forced this book on me,
So
I
you
didn't
know
care.
everything about Trump, but you don't know nothing about James.
No, I don't know nothing about Trump either. Listen to what I'm saying to you. My family forced this book on me as a child. And now that I'm seeing through it, I lose my family. And everything that's supposed to be about love from this book, I have lost. And I have no problem with it. I can't ever see myself gathering around these people again and gathering around and pray over some food and ask for it and for permission and pray in another man's name. I can't do it. I can't see myself ever going around none of it no more. My family spent their whole life telling me about this man Jesus, but they couldn't tell me that me, my sister, and brother didn't share the same dad. I just found out a couple years ago.
Well, yeah,
and I'm like, yo,
but you know, shit.
Families take secrets with them to the grave.
You know,
huh?
I think you know a lot of us have went through that. I mean, you know, when you come awakening, elevation requires separation. So anytime you elevating, you know, you can't really look at it as something negative. It requires.
It happens, bro.
Everybody don't come up there with you. You know. So, but that's what's up, man. But I appreciate you coming up, brother.
Peace, God. Peace to the peace.
To you, man. Take care. Peace, brother.
Peace, God. Peace.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? Peace, peace.
Hey, peace, my brother. Peace. And peace, sister. I understand, that what bro was talking about, I was listening the whole time. For first and foremost, I'm gonna answer his question about the animals. I know God loves me because I know the animals love me. That's how I know God loves me. And he was talking about the circle. So I wanted, damn, I wish I could talk to that brother because because about the
Yeah,
circle, he had a major point about the circle. The circle has a lot of meaning. It means a never end, like the infinity. It means it keeps going, and it also means the yin yang symbol. That has a lot of meaning right there. Two pairs, means a pair. It signifies God's will on earth, and how the pyramids are lined up perfectly to our frequencies as black people on this planet. So I wanted to ask you a question, and I wanted to ask you about cause I know that the Ethiopian Bible. There's a volcano over there that just exploded, which means God told you to look on that side. I read signs and stuff and messages and meanings. I read symbols and all that stuff. I'm gifted like that. So when a volcano exploded over there, did it explode over there? Let me ask you that.
Oh yeah, it exploded.
Okay, so the volcano exploded. I'm glad you're a great listener and not a talker because I can actually express myself. And you're different from other people. That's a plus. But that volcano exploded over there, so God told me to look in that side, that direction, because I feel like the Ethiopian Bible, in my opinion, I have no knowledge on the Ethiopian Bible, and I'm willing to learn a lot. So I'm actually a better listener than a talker. I just want you to fill me out first. My name is Raheem. And I was given this name. It was actually gifted by a righteous, wise man, and he was just so on point with everything. I just connect the dots. I just like to connect and link smart. So the volcano exploded over there. So God told me to look on that side, which means I need to look into the Ethiopian Bible and learn something. And I wanted to ask you: is Yahweh the same as Yahshua? That's the same person.
So many questions.
Well,
Is Yahweh the same as Yahshua?
it depends. Like people have created their own doctrines. You see what I'm saying? So that's
No,
a part.
I don't want to say the letter J, that name, because that's a curse.
Oh yeah,
But what
right.
I'm asking,
You can say whatever name. Really, it's just alphabets. When you really identifying a person. So
alphabet.
whatever you feel, brother. If you want to call him Yahshua, you want to call him Yahshua, Yahweh. Whatever's cool with you. Like I say, when it comes to the spirit,
So now, okay, so we're here with it. Okay, so we are talking about the same person. All right, good.
That's what I'm saying. Because some people
also known as Enlil. He also has another name, Enlil.
Yeah, but
You know about that name?
Nobody knows.
Well,
You don't know about that
You
name?
gotta look at it this way. This is
Wait,
why
hold on. I'm asking you a question. Do you know about that name, Enlil? Please ask that. I'm asking you a question. Do you know about his name?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
Enlil?
I
Okay,
heard about that
yeah.
in the Gnostics. That's in the Gnostics, the Nil, and all that. But
That's in the Nazis, you
as a matter of
said?
fact,
You said Nazi?
in the Gnostics, the Gnostic
Oh,
writings.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but when you really get into the spirit was here before alphabets. We created alphabets to govern and communicate.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I agree.
So when you deal with the ultimate name of God, the ultimate name of God would be a manifestation. It wouldn't be an alphabet at all. But through these writings being translated in multiple different languages, you have multiple names based off what people done read. Because at one point they was using, the I, I think.
Yeah, but someone just said on here. Hold on. Someone just said on here, I'm from Ethiopia and I believe in Jesus Christ. Why he called it that? Why he speaks like that?
Well, you got. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I pay attention to everything.
the world have been colonized. That's the whole point of not knowing or being in darkness. See, like I tell people,
I'm saying we are still brainwashed and we're still cursed. We're cursed with this knowledge.
Hey, brother, that's why I tell people, if you cut off all your lights in your house and start running, You'll trip over your own.
That's what I'm in the dark. Actually, I did that right now talking to you. I got
That's what
every
I'm
light
saying.
off in my
So
apartment.
when you in the
I'm in the
dark,
dark.
when you in the dark, you trip over the smallest things. It's such a small thing to be saying his name is Jesus Christ, his name is Yahshua, his name is blah blah. That's such a small thing when you really come up to the mountain. You know, and that's all I'm saying. So when you really come up to the mountain, you know, that's why I say in heaven, certain words are not even pronounced. It's all about understanding. You know, like whether you call him Jesus or whether you call him Yahshua, you can still be believing a lie. That's the part we don't see.
I wanted to ask you another question. That's not even a topic I wanted to be on because I understand that, you know, the sun. I really believe that the sun is actually God. You know what I'm saying? Because at a point in time, she's shaking her head like, no, but that is the divine most energy. You know what I'm saying? That is the energy. And you know what? That sun right there, that carries spirits and souls. You know what I'm saying? It's a part. Oh man, that sun right there is amen. You know what I'm saying? If you look on the Egyptian walls and on the writing on the, the writing on the, let me finish. Let me get into you. On the writing on the Egyptian walls, they will all had their hands up to the sun. I'm an artist. I draw. I'm very talented. So I saw that. I'm listening.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
So you remember when Pac made that song Blasphemy? Looking at the sun don't pay. Criminal minds all the time wait from judgment day. Brother, we've been in the sun all
Hold on. No, I don't follow too much rap, but I have catch on to some saying.
If you're 39, you gotta know the song Blasphemy.
I'm from the hood though. Don't get it messed up.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta know the Blasphemy song.
Jersey City. I'm in Brooklyn right now, in the hood, in the slum, in the Brownsville. You know what I mean?
Well,
Dread Rasta.
Well, brother, it ain't about where you at. Do you know the song?
Yes.
Right,
I do not know the song, no.
Looking at the sun don't pay.
So the sun don't heal your wounds, you're saying? It don't heal your cuts, your wounds,
No. The sun been doing what it's supposed to do since God put it up there. The problem is mankind hasn't been doing what it's supposed to do.
Let me ask you, wait, this would further on our conversation or set our conversation short. I just want to know, do you believe that there's only one God? Yes or no?
There's only one God.
One truth.
All right, yeah, we don't.
Way.
Yeah, all right, so we ain't got, then you got to do some more research, my brother. You got to do some more research.
Well, okay, well, look at it this way. He left, but look at it this way. It says, get that verse where it says, worship the Lord thy God among
the gods.
Yeah, among the gods. That's in Psalms. But I say, well, you can't talk to people certain ways because you don't know what level they're on. Because if you're not at a certain level, it's trigger words that might trigger you to put me in a box because I said something.
It's in Psalms.
Yeah, but it's another one. You read that one, but it's another one.
It's in Psalms?
Yeah, it's in Psalms.
You want me to read this one?
Yeah, read that one.
So this is Psalms 86, 8-10. Among the gods there is none like unto thee, O Lord, neither are there any works like unto thy works.
So among the gods, the S, there is none like thee, O Lord. Why is these things said? Among the gods. Because when you deal with gods, you're dealing with givers of direction. You're really dealing with the priesthood. That's why everybody in UCC1, what do they call themselves? The Son of God. Mm-hmm. They represent the gods of the world. They represent the people who give direction to the world. So when you're really talking, but you can't, like I said, I don't talk like that because I'm talking to a multitude, so I don't try to talk over people here. I try to keep stuff simple as form. So you have a verse that's showing you, yeah, okay, you got gods, But you still got an order among the gods. It's still an order among the gods. Just because you're a god, you can't do what you want to do. It's still an order. But it's another verse. Hold on.
No, you want to keep going?
What verse is it?
It's 86.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing? It's a New King?
Yeah.
And
But it's another. It says worship.
the gods of... yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
It's in Psalm though.
Among the gods.
Yeah. Is that it? I want to say it's that one, but you know, I was just showing you how it separated God among the gods. It's but I don't know. I can't. Nobody want to come up?
I guess not.
Everybody going.
That's why I want to keep going on that guy, because, you know, wasting time.
So y'all, we really want, like I say, deal with the title, man, because the title right now is very important to the foundation and establishing a new kingdom. You know, a lot of people, try to find a way out of this, or look for a way out, or wait for a way out, but the waiting game is the deception. Oh, we gotta get, all right. Peace. I'm sorry. Greetings.
How you doing?
Peace.
I just wanted to add on some of my research that I believe is that America is the biblical land instead of Ethiopia.
Well, brother, and I definitely understand why you believe that. Trust me. That's why we have documents that show that this have been planned to teach African Americans that So, but to get along from that, we have newspaper writings where they calling a black man from Ethiopia from the tribe of Judah. We also have statues connecting people as King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
This is not 2,000 years ago.
Yeah,
this is by 100 years ago, 80 years ago.
So if these things would have been told to us, you wouldn't even went down that road, because you was told you was African American for a reason, but they didn't want to know where you, because Africa huge. They didn't want to know where you came from, because if you find out where you came from, you will start looking more deeper. But we couldn't, as African Americans, we never could look deep into Africa. Cause shit, what part of Africa you come from? You ever ask the black man, hey man, what part of Africa you come from? The first thing an African American gonna tell you, shit, I don't know, I come from Africa. We don't know nothing about West, South, North, none of that. We never knew that. So since this information has been void so long, by design, we have chose to call a place that we've been residing at for a few generations home. I get it. But we got facts that you ain't never heard before. You see what I'm saying? Like, people is trying to make up, the Nile and all that. They still trying to use the Bible, at the same time. But we got historical facts. We can go to the grave sites because we know the truth. We're not up here with religion. You see what I'm saying? So, if you got some questions, or
Prove your point.
Or you can prove your point. This is what the live is for.
No, yeah, for sure. The point I want to prove is like I used to believe that the biblical land was in Africa, but uh, it also states in scripture that the Israelites were scattered throughout all the nations. So you could find Judah in Asia, Europe, in Africa, South America, because they were scattered out of all the nations. And so, for example, Utah, in Utah, there's a Mount Nebo. And there's also a Mount Nebo spoken about in the Bible that Moses went up to. And the one in the Middle East or Israel or Africa, wherever it is, it's like 2,000 feet. And you can't see all the lands. But Moses was taken up to Mount Nebo and he saw all the lands that was promised to him.
So, can you name me a mountain in Ethiopia?
And Mount Nebo in Utah is 11,000 feet. And no, I can't.
You can't, right?
Nah.
So, Israel is not the biblical land. So that's another lie.
He's saying America.
No, I know. He's saying he believed that the biblical land was Africa, and then he said he based it off the mountain in Israel, as Israel is the biblical land.
No, I'm basing it off the mountain in America, Mount Nebo in Utah.
No, I'm saying, but you verified the one that's in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's the false one.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. That's the false land too. Go look up the highest mountain in Ethiopia. I'm just playing your game right now, because since you didn't look it up, like you said, you got your fact. You say it's 11,000, right? And Ethiopia got a lot of elevation.
Yeah, it's 11,000 in Utah. And then I was going to add another thing, but they already said it in the comments. The Jordan River that was crossed by Elijah is also in Utah too.
Okay. So the highest mountain is the highest. The highest mountain in Ethiopia is 14,000 feet. We're really right at 15,000 feet.
But what Moses was on wasn't a real mountain anyway. So.
I know, but yeah, we just want. That's what I say. We want to stay where he at. Yeah. That's where he at. So we saying the biblical land is Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? Now Ethiopia has a lot of ancient artifacts when it comes to the Bible. You ever heard of the Ethiopian Bible?
Yeah, I have one.
Why do you think they have Ethiopian Bible? That just a coincidence? They felt like putting it on there?
No, it's one of the oldest versions that wasn't altered.
But that's what I'm saying. But why is it the oldest version that wasn't altered? Have we ever asked ourselves these questions?
The same reason why the Dead Sea Scrolls wasn't altered.
But I'm saying you ain't giving no but I'm saying, have we ever asked ourselves these questions? You not asking the question again. I don't think we never asked ourselves these questions. Because if Ethiopia got the oldest Bible, Ethiopia got kings who proclaimed they were from the bloodline of Solomon, and we can go dig up their graves. You see what I'm saying? We ain't gotta go no 1,000 years back. All that's lies, man. 2,000 years that history. See, we basing our research off a lie that we was told. That's like you said earlier. Moses ain't go up on no mountain. So you looking for a mountain based off a lie that was told. You know, so when a lot of people do research, we've been lied to, brother. So when you go do research, you doing research off the foundation of a lie.
Historians can go to any mountain and say that's the mountain. That's the point of tricking people. They don't realize they've been tricked. They've been scammed. You know, this is part of the delusion. That's part of the deception. To take God's prophecy and create a false history.
Now, I understand where you're coming from, But it did say a mountain. I understand where you're coming from because it did say the plains of Moab, but within the plains of Moab lies.
But what you're reading is allegory. What you're reading has a deeper meaning. So it's not a literal context. That's why Christ speaks in parables.
All right, think about this. When the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, the sea was containing reeds, right? And the Gulf of California here in America contains reeds. And it's a replica over I know it's a replica over there in Israel, but the one in Israel is fake
But you
because
gotta
they're
look at
both
it.
11,000 feet.
But the sea, they say Moses spit the Red Sea. I spit the blunt, roll the fat, but I'm deadly. Babylon, beware. Coming for the Pharaoh kids, retaliating, making legends on what we did. But what we saying to you, brother? The sea was information. Moses divided information and gave people something solid to get across upon. So again, these are allegory, parables. Moses didn't literally take them through no water.
So you don't believe that was a literal event? Like that was a physical
No,
miracle?
brother. It says I can go here in Revelation where it say the serpent opened up his mouth as a water, as a flood after the woman. It also says the water in the Revelation represents nation, tongues, and people. This is why we call it watered down information. So Moses took the people and divided the watered down information to get the people to the other side. Moses was like a ship. He was the ark of the covenant. Get the people over the waters. That's why the Bible always the Bible is talking about watered down information. What Christ gonna get you out of? Christ a fisherman of men. Why is Christ fishing men? Because the men are drowning in water. Nations, tongues, and people. So you got a fisherman. So the Bible always speaking of water, but the water never represents actual water. It's facts. There's all kinds of scriptures that represent it.
So you believe that God flooded the whole world and told Noah to build the boat?
What did he flood the whole world with? Not no water. It's information. Everybody is under false information right now, and they're seeking truth. Christ comes and bring the truth. Moses came and got the people out of Egypt, the children of Israel out of Egypt. Because Egypt is bondage to the mind, bondage to the lies that were given to them by Pharaoh. So right now, everybody's mind is under Pharaoh's information, under false information, and Christ is going to fish them out into the truth.
That's why Christ turned water into what?
Wine. But y'all still in the water.
You don't want the wine. You don't want the wine be made up for you. Oh yeah, like the Bible. This is stuff we wasn't taught. This is why I said earlier, everybody is seeking information based off the lie. If you was told the truth, you wouldn't even went down that road. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't even went through, and that's why I said first thing I said, I understand. Trust me, I understand. Trust me, I understand. So without the truth, these are the roads you go down. That's why the people are steady being scattered because of the lie. You know, so this lie that have been force fed us, and because we haven't was told the truth, now we getting into deeper rabbit holes. You know, to validate our situation. And most people who saying they from America know nothing about Africa. Nothing. When I say Africa, especially Ethiopia, and because Marcus Garvey, before we had any religion in America, Marcus Garvey was finna take millions of black people back to Ethiopia. This in the 1920s. This stuff we don't know about. That they had preachers who was preaching about Jesus, telling all black people go back to Ethiopia. in the 1920s and the 1930s. But you know what they created? The Nation of Islam. They started building up more pastors, building more churches, and then what? Now nobody's trying to tell you to go nowhere. Hey, just stay here and wait on Jesus. So we like, shit, stay here and wait on Jesus. Well, this is the promised land. You know, this is the next thing. You know, and all this is because of a lie. You know, but like I say, brother, we got hard up facts, man, to show you, you know, the King of Kings, that throne. The Bible talk about a throne. David's throne is real. It's in Ethiopia. It's never been in America.
So you saying it's in Ethiopia right now?
Well, the Bible lets you know that's why Christ is a carpenter. Christ is going to repair the throne of David that the Bible said was tore down. The Bible prophesies about David's kingdom being, you know, David had blood on his hand. He couldn't build the Father's kingdom. So all these other kings that sat on King David's throne, God didn't choose them. That's why the prophecy is about Christ, which is the seed of David. He was the one God was going to choose, and he was going to build the kingdom. That was the foretold prophecies for forever. You know, but all this is for the last days. So Christ has been chosen. Christ is going to return back to Ethiopia to sit on the throne, to restore God information in the earth, to bring the light to the world.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it, a lot of the high ups, that's why they're always laughing at us. We don't know what to be fighting for. If we was truly fighting for the right thing, man, they'll have ships waiting for us. Well, they found out the truth, Bob. We gotta send them back.
And that's why they only connected African Americans to West Africa, so you won't know East African history. They don't want you to know East African history. Then you'll know about the Bible. Then you'll know about the throne.
Then you got something to fight for. Now you can play the Game of Thrones. See, we can't play the Game of Thrones. We know nothing about it. How are you gonna? So if you can't play the game, what you got to do? Sit back and watch. So what are we doing as a people? Sitting back watching. Because what are we doing? What's the plan? America the homeland? Now what? America the homeland, now what? You still can't play the game because the crown in Great Britain run America. And you see, America don't even have no crown. Like, you gonna make up one? Like, you see what I'm saying? So you still can't play the game. The only way you can play the Game of Thrones, which is what the world is based on, if you find out about Ethiopia. It's the only way to play the game.
All right.
But like I say, brother, man, just definitely check into it, brother. I definitely know why you down that road, but check into Ethiopia, bro. Look up the Solomonic dynasty. Look up the kings, man. Like the last king, he passed away in 1970. Who sat on the throne? And guess what they call? He left. The Negus. I can't say it because TikTok's so sensitive. That make it even more better. Like, if you run from that name, I don't know what to tell you. Boy, but America is the biblical land, man. We could eat that up, boy. We could. Shh, man, that don't even stand a chance. That's why y'all see nobody come up here, really. That don't stand a chance, y'all.
Peace. Adrian?
Hi, present good day.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Could you elaborate on more the East Africans history and how you see that how the East American land, you could say the biblical old text and stuff. This my question, right? So why it ripping apart right now?
What did you say?
Why America is ripping apart right now?
Why is it ripping apart?
You say
right
why is ripping apart?
now? The whole
Yeah,
world,
because it
the
is.
whole world is. It's not just
Yeah,
America.
because the whole world's ripping apart because the truth is change is finna take place.
True. But why? But it's have a more deeper mystery behind it. Why it is certain parts of America under earthquakes right now will flood because biblical. It is written. If it is, we do research, right? Because things that are being told, that are being prophesied right now at this very moment, right? I also heard that. They my question, right? When it is this year about Ethiopia, but Ethiopia understand that Jesus, right? It carry a significance behind that name, right? You see, every single thing is allegories. Plenty of us don't even understand how to tap into the spiritual life. We in carnal. We can talk about the carnal. We can research the carnal. But how much of us can research the spiritual? That's my question.
Well,
If we know so much about the carnal, meaning worldwide thing, right? Why we don't know so much about the spiritual?
because
Okay,
the thing about it is because it wasn't taught to us. Like the spirit, the spirit is what's profit us. So once we understand spiritual things, stuff gonna happen for the good for us.
Okay.
So of course we wasn't taught those things, and they're not fair to us, and we see the manifestation of it. We see we're not connected to the spirit. No matter how many people say it, if we was truly connected to the spirit, we'll see the manifestation of the spirit of God. And we don't see that. So we know that's Babylon, because that sounds like Babel to me. Everybody's saying they got the spirit, but we see no manifestation. When Christ got the spirit, Christ manifested. When Moses got the spirit, Moses manifested. But we got the spirit and we waiting for something to come. That's backwards.
True. You have a point. True. So true. But even if, all right, it's in the Bible it states, right? I just quoting, right? They say 40 days of prayer and fast, right? You know, when it is do the 40 days of prayer and fast, you're going to unlock something spiritually within inside of you. Do you know that?
It depends on what kind of fast. Because if you're not fasting from information, you're not doing the fast of God.
Okay, cool. I understand. Respect. And in terms of when some people, they say that's how they are the spirit of Christ in them, right? Do you believe that all of us are the spirit of Christ in us?
No.
Christ have the Father spirit.
Okay. But talking about Christ consciousness then, do you believe that every one of us have Christ consciousness?
No, only those who follow Christ.
Okay. Understand. But I really need you to elaborate on like more Eastern American history, because plenty it haven't been taught to us, like black people. We hardly even know anything about East America. I will put it in that terms, because that land have so much of secrets hidden, being untold. Even if it is even try to find out, like, or try to go deep, it always a crossroad they other bunks up to.
Do you mean
always
East Africa?
something that they're going to manipulate, tell you a lie. So I just need more clarification on, based on what you guys know, probably if you guys have any information on the East American, like history then.
You mean East Africa?
Yeah. East Africa.
Oh.
I've been
always
real.
talk.
I hardly know anything about it though.
So definitely go check out the Mayan dynasty. Check
Uh
out
huh.
a king named Tedros II.
Okay.
From there, you'll see other kings that came after
Mm-hmm.
him.
All right. Okay. Cool. No
Yeah.
problem. That just my take on it because I heard you guys talk about East Africa, so it's like it was kind of weird to me at first because I was like, yo, East Africa, like, whoa, why haven't us? Well, I'm in the Caribbean though, but why haven't us been taught about those crucial information though? Why they keep that separate from us then?
Well,
If that if
what part of the Caribbean from?
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you know about Haile Selassie, because most
Yeah.
Caribbeans know about Haile Selassie, but they don't know about the history of Ethiopia.
And they don't know who about East Africa.
I know one or two things about Ethiopia. I know one or two things about it. Which they had the oldest Bible in the world.
Huh?
Which is which Ethiopia had the oldest Bible in the world. Facts. And also to the first, I won't say religion, but the first gathering. I will say that too as well.
Okay. No, you know,
In my research on Africa, right? When you guys say that a lot of places being colonialized, right? It has certain parts in Africa wasn't being colonialized, meaning it have a particular country in Africa called Ninopol. Ninopol is a spiritual land. It's impossible. It's have ancient truth behind it. Also as Tibet, which is in India. These are places that have never been colonialized. These is where the grandmasters, the kings, what I mean, all the elites, all the bigs, just go to those parts of the world and study their philosophies and study their teachings because they have some of the most oldest and realistic teachings out there right now. I know this for a fact because I reach out to Africans. I learn their history, culture, I recite, I learn it, I apply it to myself. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't make sense, I keep it moving. That's how I is. I ain't come to like debate with religion.
You gotta look at it this way, brother. It's not about really a teaching. This is about a doing.
Yeah. For real.
But at the same time, you know, we can find our teachings in the world. Like if the truth is going to enable you to do the things that need to be done. That's why it's really not a teaching. It's something that's being revealed to you. You know, so I definitely understand, you know, when it comes to teachings, how people look at it, but the truth is really not a teaching. It's a revealing, and then it reveals the things we need to do.
Correct. So well, I was just kind of curious about the East Africa history, and if you like, you could just share like one or two pieces from it. That'd be okay with me though, because I have no knowledge. I'm being real. I have no knowledge. I only know like one or two things, like the Great Canyon and the pyramids was in East Africa though. And I know one or two things about that though, but that's as far as I reach.
Okay.
I don't know, like if you guys.
Brother, you know, if you go on our website, we have a lot of we have a lot of. You have newspaper article on there.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, check out our website. You know, we definitely, especially you can start with the Siege of Magdala. I think that's a very good history point to start with.
That's on the website.
Yeah, but if you go to the website, check out that yajujudah.com. Check it out. Yeah, it's our website. They got some stuff on there, man, that kind of get you
Yeah,
little
man.
foundation.
I really appreciate that though, because it don't have much people like teaching these kind of stuff though. I really appreciate it. And keep on doing the great work. That's all I got.
Will do, brother. Salute to you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you for coming up.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Peace, peace.
People got some real questions about this.
Hello. Can you hear me?
What's going on? Peace, peace.
All right, bro. Okay, so I'm Ethiopian. So maybe.
So do you agree with the topic? Ethiopia is the biblical land.
Well, yeah, there's some historical and biblical things that will relate with that. But with my thinking, not only Ethiopia, but most of Africa is the Holy Land. I mean, I don't have that much of knowledge about the Bible. I'm a Christian myself. But I mean, sometimes we think it logically and other things. So even sometimes I say Africa is like God's favorite. So when you go to the, maybe I think I heard you mentioning about Tedros the Second and everything. Am I right?
Yeah. We were talking about Tedros.
Yeah. So with the biblical thingy, so Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible. First off, you know that for sure.
I didn't hear what you said last part.
I say Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible. So there's a probability that might be Ethiopia is the Holy Land. But when you think of the nature of the land, and earlier you were asking about the mountain, also the tallest mountain, the Ras Dashen mountain, that's the highest in Ethiopia. Just want to answer you that.
Okay. Yeah, you know, when I did that, I was actually just messing with the brother because I know he was trying to find, trying to validate America being a biblical land. And like, when we say Ethiopia, like I tell people, it's like, it's the reason why the African Union is in Ethiopia. I think a lot of people overlook that. The African Union is in Ethiopia because the throne is also in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So,
As a matter of fact, the Ark of the Covenant also is in Ethiopia.
say it
Maybe I
again.
don't know if you read about that. The Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the
Oh,
Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant. Well, scriptures let us know the Ark of the Covenant was hidden from the world.
Yeah, but maybe if you look deep into it, if you go to even the CIA was, that remote view thing is that they were operating the CIA.
He said, who's operating CIA?
No, the remote viewing. There was an operation called the remote viewing. You see, that operation was they just train these people and then they give them the coordinates of the place and they'll just explain them what they can see. It's a remote viewing. I don't know. Maybe if you Google it, you will find more about it.
I think I know what article. CIA document you're talking about. But
yeah.
But the point is that the Ark of the Covenant is not a physical ark.
Okay, if that's so, maybe if you read about it, in Ethiopia, it's a place called Aksut that's found the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, we know about it.
So all those radiations and the guards that protects the Ark of the Covenant, okay, it's the place that we kept it. So they go blind and then they don't stay long by that guardian. Even some of them, they ran away when they are chosen to be the guard of the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the true Ark of the Covenant is the information, that's going to give the people security. The Ark of the Covenant is really not a box or object. Yeah, it's not an object. The Ark of the Covenant is the information that's going to give the people security from the water down information.
I don't think so. As an Orthodox Christian, I think it's object that
Yeah.
you can feel that you can. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know that's why I say the Levites carry the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible. You know, it's written that the Levites carry it. The Levites carry the message of God.
But they think it's gonna be a little
That they carry. Yeah, you know. So yeah, we
Okay,
definitely
have you
agree,
heard
but, you
the
know, it's just
have you
evolution.
heard about the story how the Cow of the Covenant ended up in Ethiopia? Have you read about it? Do you have any infos through the son of Queen Sheba and King Solomon, Menelik the First? He brought it up, and Solomon's guards and soldiers were after them, but Solomon gave them a strict order: if they made it past the Red Sea, don't stop them. If they don't make it to the Red Sea, bring them back. But by the time when they reach, they already crossed the Red Sea, and they said it's like a myth. I don't know, I'm not sure, but there was a fire on top of them protecting the Ark of the Covenant. Okay, but you see, I mean, most of the history and the biblical things will validate. It's like it's valid. You can see
we believe the Bible is valid. We know the Bible is true. It's just religion have made everything so literal to a point where you can't see the truth. So
no, you see, the problem is here. Earlier, you also mentioned it, the oldest Bible in the world is in Ethiopia. Not only that, in Orthodox Christianity, we accept 81 books of the Bible. So most of the Christianity that follows I think they have 66. I don't know if it's books or chapters, I'm not sure. Sorry for that, but I think they call it books. 66. That means they take out Book of Enoch and other things. But in our Orthodox Christian, we have nothing added or subtracted because that's God's word, that's God's will. That's not something you can change. That's not something you can say, this must be left out. It's not something useful or something.
My question
So you don't have those informations because you don't have the full Bible. Maybe if you have the full Bible, the 81
brother. No, we got the full Bible. You know, like I read the book of Enoch.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
My bad.
Matter of fact, Enoch got 3 books, not one book. Enoch got 3 books. So
as I told you, I'm not a religious person.
Yeah,
I don't read
what I'm saying,
those
like,
Bibles and this. I don't have
yeah,
that
but
laws.
I say, so you talking to somebody that have read the books, but the problem is, the Bible is a prophecy. It's not the word of God. The word of God become flesh. See, like Moses was the word of God. Noah was the word of God. Because that God's word become flesh and it's spoken to you. Religion have tied God, the word of God, to a book or a deity in the sky. And that's where religion go wrong at. You saw what I'm saying? So see, we don't believe in that. Now, we believe in the Bible. We're not against the Bible. We're against all religious organizations, no matter if it's Ethiopian Orthodox or no matter if it's Christianity in America.
But
because I want to say this. Because the scriptures tell us the word of God becomes flesh. The Bible tells us this. You see what I'm saying? And that's what religion have gotten away from.
I wish there was like by us the deacons or someone that have this information, so the one who knows who can answer you. But
I'm not asking a question. I'm making a statement.
Yeah, but I mean, I wish they can explain it to you because I can't. I really don't have.
I have a question for you though.
Okay.
So if you you're saying you're Orthodox?
Yeah, Orthodox.
So if you believe that Ethiopia or Africa is the biblical land, why did Ethiopians go to Israel? Why were they tricked to go to Israel? As if that was the Holy Land.
You see, it's not something. I mean, like I'm saying it by thinking of logically and the stories I heard and things. It's not like something written or something said. So those people might have another opinion that the Holy Land is in Israel or Jerusalem or something, and it is. Because I believe in Bible, Jerusalem is the Holy Land. Maybe I think in the Bible also it is mentioned that's the second holiest place, not I think it's Jerusalem the first. No?
Well, we understand that, like, yeah, Jerusalem, but Christ is gonna bring the new Jerusalem. That Jerusalem
Well,
that's in Israel right now in the Middle East, that was made up by the Americans in the British Empire in 1948. So that was created by man, but not given to you by God.
sorry, come again?
That Israel and Jerusalem was given to you by man, not by God.
No, Jerusalem was there. I'm not, no, let's not talk about Israelis and those things. I'm not into that. I'm just talking about the Bible, Jerusalem. You see,
Well, that's
now
part of
in
the Bible.
1946, no, in 1946 or 48, Israel became recognized as a country. It doesn't have anything to do. This is politics and other things, and this is Bible. It's two different things.
But
If you see,
that's
for
not two
example, let me
different
tell
things
you.
because it's connected to Ethiopians that were tricked to go
Okay,
to
but
that landmass.
let me ask you, okay, in the Middle East, there's a whole lot of places that are mentioned in the Bible as the holiest places, like the Euphrates, the river, and other things, which are found in Jordan and things. So that means, is Jordan part of the Israel because of that biblical thing? It's not. So it's just Israel and that's Jerusalem are different things now.
Okay,
Well, you
brother.
gotta think, but Jerusalem was created in like 1958.
48.
Jerusalem was there since the beginning of time.
You know, Jerusalem was created, brother. Jerusalem wasn't on the map in the 1800s. It wasn't no such thing as Jerusalem in the 1800s.
So
Look
where
up.
did it come from?
Do me a favor. Look up when Jerusalem was created. Look up when Jerusalem was created.
1948.
Not Jerusalem, it's Israel, not Jerusalem. That's where you get wrong.
Well, no. Israel and Jerusalem was created.
No, Jerusalem was there.
No, the
Always been
land of
there.
Jerusalem did not exist.
Okay, I'm also googling here.
I'm just saying, like you have to look it up.
Distinctive, like different things.
You put in Jerusalem?
Yeah.
When was
BC.
no? When was Jerusalem? When was Jerusalem put on the map? Like, you know, all this stuff was done in the 1900s, man.
Since the beginning of time. It's Israel that becomes a country in 1948.
Yeah, 1948. But
It's Israel.
Jerusalem has appeared on maps since ancient times.
They're gonna say BC.
The earliest written is the 19th century.
century.
The 19th century. Everybody's saying that's the 1800s. Man, when I was to look this stuff up, man, because I was to have these arguments all the time. Jerusalem was put on the map in the 1900s. I want to say 1958. Jerusalem was put on the map in the 1900s. This is facts.
Well, I have to read about it.
I'm saying, just look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
They're not gonna tell you anything. They're gonna put it in behind. They're gonna put it before.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man.
So this is a controversial. So sorry guys, it's late by us. I don't know what time it is by you guys, but I'm gonna head out.
All right, peace. See you.
All right, brother. Peace.
Thank you.
Y'all gotta realize they created Israel to create the Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is a people anyway. Israel and Jerusalem is a people, man.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going?
Peace. What's going on?
Hey, did you hear that the Phoenician Ethiopians were transported from North Sudan to West Sudan just recently to escape the Islamic terror that was going on in Sudan?
Now we heard about that. That happened in the
genocide.
in the 80s.
Yeah, and the genocide.
No, that happened right now. That's happening right now.
Yeah, they flee into Sudan. And Sudan and the people in Sudan fleeing from Sudan too.
No, the Israelites, the Phoenician Israelites. There was a couple of them stuck right there in North Sudan, and they had to send like special forces to pick them up and remove them.
You talking about Operation Moses, brother? You talking about that happened in 1900s?
Yeah, I know though, but right now there was a couple of them. Right now, it happened again. It happened again. Right now, it happened again.
What do you mean 2023? Because they had multiple operations.
Yeah, they just had some. They just had one right now, and I was like, wow, it's still going on till today. You know,
And they're
so
going to Israel or they're going to just Sudan?
the west south part of Sudan. They dropped them off right there. I think the Egyptians are right there right now because they had moved to Somalia, the north part of Somalia. I don't know what's going on there, but the greater Israel wants Sudan. They want Egypt. They want Syria. They want Israel. They want everything around there. They want to control everything around there. So it's getting crazy. But I like it that you guys are talking about this Ethiopian Bible. I got the Ethiopian Bible. What do you guys think about it?
Well, the topic is really Ethiopia is the biblical land.
Yeah, it is. It is a biblical land, and the Arabs are trying to erase it. They're trying to erase everything from the Cush and Kemet to the biblical land Ethiopia. You know, it's just ridiculous because the Arabs they hate African culture. They hate African people. So we already seen what they did in the north. So it's crazy. And those Sudanese that are getting killed, those are the real Cush and Kemet. Those are the real Cush and Kemet. Those Sudanese that live that are over there. They have pyramids in their city that they build like right now. I mean, if you want to know how they built the pyramids, just go ask them right there. You know, it's fascinating. You know, they're saying that they aliens built it, and we're like, what?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. East
You know,
Africa got, from the animals to the people, it's a lot to explore, man, when you're dealing with the East Africa.
yeah. We all need to go there. I know you guys have been there maybe, but I need to go down there. Everybody needs to go down there before it gets destroyed and taken over by Arabs, and they destroy everything like they did in Syria. They destroyed Syria. All the ancient artifacts and all the ancient Christians got killed and slaughtered in northern Syria. It's sad.
Yeah, man. Like I say, the same genocide is going on over here, bro. Like I say, it's just on, different levels, bigger continent, but at the same time, man, we definitely going back. It's definitely a movement. The prophecy that's in the Bible is all about, us returning back to Africa, to restore the world, heal Africa,
I think we're
take back the resources, and really just do right by the land.
correct, correct. I think we're taking too long, man. I think we're taking too long. I think we
Oh,
need
we
to
will. We
act now.
definitely. Well, I think everything because we can go back, but if we ain't got our shit together, it'll backfire on us.
Correct.
So the process is really us getting everything together.
Yeah, yeah. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Dan, Dananite. So, you
Okay.
know, and the Danaanites they had the second strongest military in the Israeli, the ancient Israel camp. From the 12 tribes, and we start knowing our history, we start seeing that. Oh man, I got a job to do. I got a duty here on Earth. So you start knowing your purpose, when you start knowing, your history and everything. So it's fascinating. Thank you guys. I enjoy watching your stuff.
All right, man.
Peace, peace.
Appreciate you coming up, brother. Peace to
All
you.
right, good day.
Hey, we got a website up there. Check it out. That's our website. If you want to know more about what we're doing, you want to get in touch with us, man.
All right, thanks.
All right. Peace, peace.
Not this one. Oh, then none.
We need to eat. I'm hungry. Like I said, nobody really want to get into the, I really want to get into the topic, y'all, because like I said, it's so much, man. We can talk about, man. But like I say, when you don't know what to fight for, you don't want to fight. And that's why I say Judah is like a crouched lion. Who gonna rouse him? Who, like, we've been aroused to teach the Bible? That's what y'all aroused for? You're aroused to go on the corner and scream at people? You're aroused to go into church and put a suit on and holler and scream? That's what God has aroused you to do? Come on, man. Come on, man. No, that's not what God has really, instilled in us for us. That's not God's will. God's will is not to teach the book. That's not, if you that lie ain't going, it's slowly dwindling away. It's slowly dwindling away. To really think, and that's why I say when you really find out, when you really find out that only Christ can unseal the Bible, man, so much weight come off your shoulders. So much weight come off your shoulders when you find only Christ can. You can stop listening to people. Like, you can literally stop. Damn. Now you can what? Damn, I can wait on Christ. Now I'm not saying that for you to just say, oh, well, I ain't got to do nothing to be evil. I'm saying it like so much weight come off your shoulder. You ain't got to rush to go to church no more. You ain't got to go to bed early to get up and go to church. You ain't got to worry about finding an outfit for church. You ain't got to worry about paying tithes. You ain't got to worry all those burdens. You really, worrying is a burden alone. Worrying is a burden alone. So when I say you ain't got to worry, now you ain't got to worry. Now you got to worry. That's so much off your shoulder. That's so much freedom. When you really understand only Christ can unseal the Bible. You ain't got to feel dumb no more. You don't have to feel dumb no more because you're like, well, damn. It wasn't meant for me to know anyway. Oh, God. I ain't mad no more, God. Because all my life I tried to figure out this Bible, God, and I just couldn't. As much as you wanted to. As much as you wanted to, you just couldn't. You just like, And those who doing it, they faking the phone. Those who doing it, they faking the phone. And that's why Satan have to be revealed. You can't see Satan until you know the truth. Because what is Satan? In disguise as an angel of light. And the disguise is beautiful. You will say it, but still don't know it. So when you really find out only Christ can teach the Bible, y'all, it's different, y'all. It's different, man. When you find that out, y'all, so much get off your shoulders, man. So topics like this, y'all, like I say, this bring us back full circle, to the things we have been telling you, that validate so many points. And so much stuff gonna get understood when you understand this. So much is gonna get understood. Man. That's like, for instance, David had blood on his hands. He couldn't build the Father's house. What that mean to y'all? Do anybody know what that means? See, we hear about David destroying the giant, but we don't hear about David can't build the Father's house. God was going to choose someone from David. That's the whole prophecy. So until the carpenter showed up, the kingdom was going to be built. Now, if the carpenter showed up 2,000 years ago, where is the kingdom? Because the one that come after David builds the kingdom of God. David, he could not. It's in the scriptures. So our history don't matter. Our future matters. Well, I would say our future is much more brighter than our history. So David could not build the Father house because he had undefiled hands. The things that David was doing, the thing that the descendants of David was doing, was not on point with God. Because where is David throne at right now? Can anybody tell me what David throne is at right now? They don't even have one. So this is why Christ will be the carpenter to rebuild what was torn down. To rebuild David's ruins as it was foretold. And that's the simple prophecy. That's the prophecy. Close the book. Let's get to work. You still worry about scripture, verses, chapters,
words.
You still worry about that. So you can't never do no work. You can't never do no work because you still worried about scriptures. So when we bring up Ethiopia and why it's the Bible land, you must understand. And like I said, don't get it twisted. Because if you was in America and you was politicking, you would be in DC right now.
Someone said, how come you don't talk about your issues like African American issues?
This is African American issues. This is what's going to fix African American issues, man. We don't understand how big this is. See, it's almost like, remember that movie we was watching with Samuel L. Jackson where he gave that girl that coin? It was a gold coin, right? She was like, I don't want that. He was like, take it. It's a coin. I don't want that. Take it. She finally took it and she went how much it was worth. It was one coin worth $1 million. But if you don't know the value of something, you would disregard it. So we don't know the value of Ethiopia. And you know, it's crazy. You know what blew my mind? It's crazy how so many people rep Marcus Garvey. How you gonna rep Marcus Garvey but you don't rep Ethiopia? That's Marcus Garvey movement. But you notice nobody connect Marcus Garvey to really Ethiopia. You notice that? Nobody really connected. Nobody talk about that.
They don't talk about Ethiopia at all. No.
Marcus Garvey, the greatest leader we ever had. You don't know about Ethiopia? That's where he was going. Before they created a fake charge on him and put him in jail. But that's where he was going. That's where millions of us was headed back to. But what? They rose up the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad. Fraud Muhammad. They brung you fraud. They brung you fraud information. And now what? You fighting for American freedom. The world is much bigger than America. The crown owns America. America a corporation. You can turn an ancient civilization into a corporation. It's impossible. You could not turn an ancient civilization to a corporation. And you really think America has an ancient civilization? Like I say, y'all, man, you know, like I said, it's so much, you know, that need to be talked about when it comes to Ethiopia, but you don't know the value of it. You know, and like I say, Ethiopia is not the only place we're going to go, but Ethiopia is our White House. Ethiopia is our politic country. It's the politic of Africa. The African Union there. They just got the biggest dam that create most energy in the world. All the animals that's in Lion King, you know where they at? East Africa. You love Lion King, but you don't like East Africa. Cut the movie off. You know, it wouldn't be no Lion King. It wouldn't be no animals without East Africa. That's where all the great animals come from. You know, so like I said, it's so much to talk about, man. We'll be up here like, man, America. You a mountain lion. I'm not a mountain lion. You know. I'm the one with the beard. I got the mane. So I'm from Africa. You know. So like I say, y'all, man, we just like I say, Ethiopia is something that we have really overlooked. Like I say, it's by design. It's by design that we overlook East Africa. All your leaders. He said Marcus Garvey was a sellout. No, the leaders that came after him were sellouts.
The people that were around Marcus Garvey was sellouts as well. That's how they infiltrated the movement.
He said Marcus Garvey was a sellout, but they sent the CIA informant to tear him down. How he was a sellout? How Marcus Garvey gonna be a sellout when a CIA agent was sent to him? He must have been doing something. He must have been doing something. And you know what he was doing? Waking African Americans up to look for a king where? In the East. And now they teaching us we come from the West. Why was Marcus Garvey saying look for the king in the East? The first African American church was called an Abyssinian church. Why? Why? The first African church to connect African Americans was an Ethiopian church built in New York City in the 1800s. It was called Abyssinia. It's still there till to this day. We visited. It's in Harlem. It moved to Harlem. It was built. When I read it, it was actually built somewhere, but it didn't move to Harlem. But like I say, it's just so much history, man. Free land have been given to African Americans. But you know who went? More Jamaicans went. It was given to African Americans. But the Jamaicans went. Because the African Americans have no knowledge of East Africa. Unless they're a Rastafarian. And Rastafarian teach you so much to worship Haile Selassie, you don't even get to learn nothing. All you know is His Majesty. His Majesty. His Majesty. That's like saying Jesus Christ. All I hear is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's the Rastafarians. They know nothing about Ethiopia. So like I say, even when you deal with going into Rastafari, if you are African American, you still don't know. You know nothing about Ethiopia. So like I say, y'all, man, this title, y'all, is just so much, man. Once we find this out, like I say, a whole lot of stuff can be talked about. And now we got something to fight for. We have nothing to fight for. That's why we fighting each other. That's why we unaliving one another. We have nothing to fight for. We mad, we angry, we frustrated, we tired, we scared. So we take it out on the people who are around us. That's what you see. And on top of that, the influence. We've been influenced by so much fake music and all that. What we see on. So on top of that, you see what I'm saying? You got the lie on top of the influence. Oh yeah, shit, we taking time bombs. So look what you see.
Yep.
So y'all, like I said, we really ain't got too many guests, man. So we're gonna kind of, I just want to drop, keep the fire lit, drop a few knowledge, let this get out, man. I think it's a title we should have been kind of. You should have been had up, just to really, put some more. I don't want to say icing on the cake because I don't like too much icing, but add some more dessert. Make it a little bit more sweeter. Because right now, y'all, when people run from messages like this, man, it's sad. When you got this mass awakening for black people to go back to Israel. So
we'll have one more guest and then we'll cut it short. I'm gonna keep doing it, so I'm like,
Yes, sir, brother and sister.
What's going on, brother? Peace.
Yeah, everything good?
Oh yeah, man, everything good. What about your end?
Give thanks. Yes, I give thanks because I just hear what you say, And it's good to tell the people about Ethiopia, to tell the people about Rastafari, to tell the people about Haile Selassie, because many black people don't know about Haile Selassie. That's true because maybe they never go in Ethiopia or they never make a research. Because me, I from Cameroon, you know. So me, I from Cameroon, and I see here Haile Selassie. I see the line of Judah by Haile Selassie, because people look for the line of Judah. But the line of Judah stay with Haile Selassie because he's the last king from that
Well,
line.
and see, that's why I was saying, like, you had the line of Judah before Haile Selassie. Now
Yeah,
the Bible prophecies let you know the King David throne was going to be destroyed until the return of Christ.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
So,
So it's not about Haile Selassie. He's gone. It's like Menelik. He's gone. So this is the only thing I have against Rastafarians. They have taught Rastafarians to worship Haile Selassie, just as Christianity have taught people to worship Jesus.
They made him an
So
idol.
right
yeah,
now, if God was to choose a living man, as that's what Rastafarian is supposed to teach. God is
that's
a
true.
living man. So if
Yeah,
God chose a living man right now and he proclaimed the conquering lion, you know what they'll say? No, Haile Selassie my conquering lion. Because they have been literally taught to worship Haile Selassie when just acknowledge him. Like you acknowledge the other kings that came before him. But you don't supposed to give worship to him. And that's what Rastafarian religion have done.
yes, that's true. A lot of king come before him, but him is a very special king because he make the organization of Africa. You know, so no king before him make that. You know, so he make this organization. By him also, many countries of Africa be independent. You know, so he work a lot for African unity. So that's the thing we can see. When we see that about him, we can understand who is this man, where he come from. So his line is true because even Europe, even America, even the newspaper say it's true. It's the line of Judah, is the king of king. He come from Solomon line. Them say so.
But
You know?
brother, but Menelik had the same title. Menelik was
Yes.
called King of Kings. Tedros
Yeah,
was
he was
called King of
crowned.
Kings.
Yeah, he was crowned king of king. They all was crowned king of king. But Haile Selassie was not just crowned king of king. He was crowned also a lord of lord, you know, and conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. And many people think like, because many people think like it's the same because they love to mix and say, okay, every king of Ethiopia was the king of king, lord of lord, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. No, man. It
But
was
but
not like that.
but
Brother,
the
Because
big
His Majesty,
you
when His
gotta look at
Majesty, wait, when His Majesty born,
Hello,
because
brother,
many
brother.
people
Look at it
talk,
like this: the King of
many,
Kings, the conquering lion, ran to the oppressors, the same people that colonized the whole Horn of Africa. He went to them. No other king went to foreigners for help for to fight an army. So, like I say, I respect Haile Selassie. I don't give him no flowers.
no,
You see what I'm
that's the
saying?
thing.
Like the flowers that Rastafarians give Haile Selassie. Haile
That's the
Selassie
thing.
didn't defeat the Italians. Menelik defeated the Italians.
No. That's the thing people don't understand about Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie was the king of kings and the prince of peace. Meaning, Haile Selassie never want to make war with Italy.
Brother,
He never
he
want to
dropped
make war
bombs.
with. No. It's not like he dropped bombs. Italy come with many weapons. Haile Selassie, they never have even weapon, but there was fight, you know, and they never win. They never win. They never win. They never win. They never get all Ethiopia. They go straight to Addis
so brother,
Ababa.
why did Haile Selassie
But
have
Haile
to
Selassie,
go to the British?
he was the head of the world. So he need to talk to the world. So the thing is that he go there in England. You don't know why he go there in England, because he go there to help them. He don't go
What?
there to help Ethiopia. He
Brother,
go
there
there to
was
help the world.
brother, what was going on in Ethiopia when
You
why he
know,
had to go to the British? There was a
nothing
famine
going
going on.
on in
There was a famine going on. Italians were still in.
no man. Never been famine. All this is all this is fake
Wait, so you
because
saying there was
Ethiopia
not a
have a
famine
lot
in
of food.
Ethiopia?
He go there because it's a diplomacy. You have to understand. War is a diplom. We have to be like it's not like to go in war like before they was go in war like at war they go in war and you have to fight. No, you have to fight by spiritual fight. His Majesty never want to go and fight by physical fight. That's why he go. That's why he go in Geneva. That's why he make his speech because he need to save the world. He talked to them about the war. He talked to them about this thing you bring in Ethiopia going to come and burn the world. Every president, when he was in England, the president of France,
Okay,
every
brother.
president was go to see him, to
Okay,
have his advice to be saved. And people don't know that. We
okay,
know that.
brother. So biblical prophecy is about
Mhm.
Christ coming in the last days to restore the throne that Haile Selassie was on. So Haile Selassie can't restore it because he's not here anymore. So God will anoint another son of man among the people to restore that throne. Do you
Yes,
do you do you agree with that?
that's the thing. Like people say, he's not here anymore. So we want like he live forever.
No,
He
he
never.
you do you believe Haile Selassie is still alive?
What I believe is the spirit of Christ still alive.
Okay, the spirit is still alive. We agree.
Yeah.
The spirit
And no
is
one can
still
stop
alive,
that spirit.
but Haile Selassie is not, right?
Haile Selassie come like a existence, like a human, and this time like a in flesh. He live like us, he born like us, he gonna go like us. But the spirit he was have not the same spirit as us. He was have the spirit of Christ.
Okay,
You
so
know,
so that
that's why we
spirit.
believe of him. We don't believe about the flesh. We
Okay, so
believe
that
about the
spirit,
spirit.
that spirit will go into another flesh, and that flesh will be speaking the
If
word
if if
that
that
will
spirit,
restore. Hold on, that will restore the throne back to where it's supposed to be, which is Ethiopia.
yeah, is
Because
Ethiopia. And
right now no one's sitting on the throne. So the descendant of David will
uh-huh.
come back and restore that throne. And it won't be Haile Selassie. It will be a next human being that God chooses.
Yeah, because Haile Selassie tell us to follow the line of Judah. So we have to follow the line of Judah. If he was the king, now this time he was Haile Selassie, we follow that king. If he was before Menelik, we follow that king because we have to follow that line. After Haile Selassie, if someone come again with that line, we have to follow him. This
Okay.
is the way to follow Christ. We cannot say like
All
it's
right.
just Haile Selassie.
Why when we talk to Rastafarians, they only think it stops at Haile Selassie.
Yeah, because
They don't think about the next person that will sit on that throne to restore the throne.
yeah, because the people they don't understand that miracle because we come from Africa. We are the miracle people. Miracle, we do a lot of miracle. So this thing exists in Africa. So the thing is that Haile Selassie's spirit, the spirit of Christ, the spirit of Christ will come, will never die. So he always have that spirit at that time. He make many things, and we see like what he do, the action he make. Yeah, this man always have that spirit. So his flesh is not there today, but still what he was do is there today. Ethiopia make the dam, make many things because of all that spirit. We are the children of God. We have to make we have to organize ourselves to by generation to do things. So Haile Selassie left that spirit is there. So we believe that. I don't know why the Rasta people or me, I'm not come from Jamaica, I don't come from England, or I don't come from America. I come from Africa. I know my culture. I know we have this kind of spirit every time, like we'll come back, we'll come back every time, never stop. So we have to believe that. And these Rasta people, all of them have to believe that way. Not just to stay like, okay, it's Haile Selassie, is God, is a Christ, okay, it's finished. We don't have another God, we don't have another Christ. No, it's not there, but that spirit is there. So we still believe that. That's why we know we not defeated, you know, because the spirit of Christ revealed by His Majesty, and His Majesty says so also. He said that spirit will continue. We just have to follow. You know,
Well, yeah,
everyone
bro.
have
You
to
know,
follow.
so we basically that's all we saying at the end of the day.
That's
You
true.
know,
That's
that's
true.
all we saying at the end of the day, though, brother. You know.
Even Ethiopian people too, because Ethiopian people too, they don't see like we are come from next place and we come to tell them, oh, you see that spirit is true, and they don't believe that. And this is very surprised because like we say, you know, the prophet never be trust by his own people, because we come from next place, we come from also from Africa or Jamaica or whatever, and we see that spirit, and we are the people to go Ethiopia to tell them that, and when they see us, they have to believe. This is the way to believe God. God is a people. You know, it's not just like some people say, yeah, they have God. No, we see that God. We see Him from my place. I don't see Him from Jamaica. I see Him from my place because I see what He do. And I say, okay. And Ethiopia is not the name of that place. It's Abyssinia. I don't know, people say Ethiopia. Ethiopia, we know, mean black face. All people know that. But Abyssinia, this is the real name of that ancient land. We come from that ancient land, you know. So me, I see that like it's like this. People need to follow that line. If it's that line, come again, because His Majesty say, after me, the one gonna be crowned, gonna be how his name again?
Tedros the third.
Sorry.
Tedros the third.
No, not Tedros, because after His Majesty was the son, his son was have a child, Zare Jacob. You understand? Zare Jacob, His Majesty say Zare Jacob will be because he's the line, will be the king of Ethiopia. And he's not the king of Ethiopia today, because they don't want that
But not,
kingdom
no,
come
because
again.
like I said, because he's not the king, because he's not chosen by God. That's why.
Yeah, you know, it's not the king is the church. It's a church give you. So the church never put him as a king, but His Majesty. You know, you can
Well,
have
you
a
got, but
search.
brother man, this is what people don't know. Haile
Yeah,
Selassie gave the Solomon gift to
yeah.
the British Empire.
You gotta find that.
You see what I'm
To the
saying? This is what people don't know. Haile Selassie gave the British Empire the Solomon gift. He didn't give it to his grandson. He didn't pass it down to nobody in
no,
Ethiopia.
no. He give to his grandson. This is I don't know where
No,
you bring that,
this statement comes
because
from his grandson.
how we gonna give that to the England people? They don't come from that line.
But he gave he gave it. That's what I'm saying. He gave it to them.
Where he give to them? Where he give to them?
Brother, you gotta go on, you know, the Crown Council website.
Yeah, I know the Crown Council.
So it talks
So
about
the
when
same
Queen
the same
Elizabeth.
thing.
Hold on, brother. When Queen Elizabeth died, right? I mean, unalive. He Haile Selassie's grandson came out with a statement saying that I can't really read the full thing. I'm trying to find out.
Where
It should be right
where
next
he
to him.
give the
No, I have it up. It's there.
I know, but I'm saying you should have the screenshotted one right next to it.
It's this one. This one. So it says it right here. Haile
okay then.
Selassie bestowed upon Her Majesty, which is Queen Elizabeth, and her consort, Prince Philip, the highest orders within the Salic-minded gift. In every sense, they bow to each other with the compassion of understanding of great things, which harness them together in service of their people.
So when Haile Selassie passed, Great Britain took over, brother. Still
Well,
to this day, Great Britain runs Ethiopia. secretly.
Let me read that. Okay, but the gift of Solomon for you mean like he give the crown of Solomon for the Queen of England?
Yeah.
This is what you think.
No,
This is what you
this is
think.
what came
Because
out of his own grandson
for
mouth.
for when he was like the same thing, Queen Empress Menen give the crown also in Jerusalem. She give a crown also in Jerusalem because of the war with Italian. So she give a crown in Jerusalem. You know, so if she give that crown to show the people, like,
But
you
bro,
know, like,
you can't run from why is he giving the Solomon gift to the
yeah,
colonizers, brother? The British are the colonizers, brother. Like
no,
I don't know what part we wanna get from you. How you gonna help the colonizers? What part don't
listen,
we get? Great Britain
listen,
is not Ethiopia
the
friend.
the queen,
Great Britain is not African friend. So why would I help my
the,
enemy?
the queen of England, they recognize him as a king of king. They recognize him as the line of Solomon. England recognize him. You know, England recognize, yes,
Yeah, the
is the
same
is the
take the
is the is the
crown.
is the line of Solomon.
You can't hide
So
that.
that gift doesn't mean he give the line of Solomon for them. Doesn't mean like that, because they was with him. They recognize him as a king of king. So he give them a gift. It's a simple gift. It doesn't mean like, yo, I give you my crown. No, he never give them that. He cannot, because it's a culture. He cannot give his culture for them. This is just a gift. This is a crown gift, because it's to show them what is the meaning to be a king of king. The same way he give his home
They find how to justify.
to the Ethiopian people to be to like university. He give his own home, his own house. Which king in the world do that?
All right,
No
well,
king in the
brother,
world.
I'm not giving my house to my colonizer.
I'm not
No,
giving them
it's
my
not to
solid
give.
mining gift
I'm
either.
not giving my gift, and I'm
Yeah,
not the same people. That's like right now, if you come take everything from my cousin, and
yeah.
then I go run to you and give you a gift, what
But
that
you are
make
the
me look
great.
like?
But you look like the greatest king. This is the king of king. This is
Okay, hey,
mean.
brother,
This is
brother,
mean. Give
brother.
look. Mean be king of king doesn't mean to go fight. You have to show love. You have to give the people. You have to represent that you are humble person. Haile Selassie was a humble person. He never be a king like you
Hey,
say,
hey, hey. Moses
I take
say,
my crown.
God is a mighty man of war. It also
Um,
says, I didn't come to bring peace, but I came to
which
bring a
war?
sword.
You
So
have different.
I trust me, I understand your angle, but at the same time, just as it's written, it's a time for everything. It's a
You have
time for
different
peace.
war.
It's a time for war. And Ethiopia been going to war ever since there's been no peace in Ethiopia. So to say Haile Selassie is the Prince of Peace, no peace has been in Ethiopia since
No
Haile
peace.
Selassie. So like these things don't exist. These are teachings. These are sayings. But when you deal with reality, these things don't exist. Shit's still going on in Ethiopia right now.
Listen, the land of Ethiopia is
It's not
peace.
at peace.
The only thing is no peace in Ethiopia is the mind of the people. The people mind is no peace,
The
not the
people
land.
make up the land,
No, you
brother.
have to make a difference with the land and the people.
The
Like the
people make
people
up
is
the
no
land. The
peace.
people make up the history of the land. The
No,
people is the history, brother. It's not the people is what is
the land
important
is the
when it comes to
history.
Ethiopia.
The
The
land is the history. People don't come from before the land. The land was there before the people. So the land is the history. That's why today Ethiopian people need to understand also. Is their mind the problem? Is their mind is colonized? Is their mind is not the land? The land in Ethiopia is not colonized. You cannot colonize the land. You can colonize the people mind. That's why I say to the brother, he give for the people. He show the love for the people was attacking. He never make like war and go to fight. His Majesty is the King of Kings. He never want Italian people get killed. He never want Italian people come to make war and die in Ethiopia. He never want that. That's why even when Italian people come in Ethiopia, he let them in. He
Brother,
let them
the
in.
people's mind, we agree, the people's mind is colonized.
Know the land, because
So,
the
but
land.
the people govern the land. So if the people are willing to give up the land to other nations and let them govern their own land, that is colonizing its land and the people. That's why Ethiopia is landlocked. That's why,
No,
huh?
Ethiopia is colonized by just the colonization of Ethiopia is the mind. It's just a money. Ethiopia is
After
colonized
it's
by that.
colonized by the mind, the body moves. The people on the
Yeah,
land move with the
yeah,
colonized mind. So
yeah. The
they're going to
colonized
be
mind.
doing actions of colonization on that land. So the land would be affected.
The land will be affected. I don't know if the land will be affected, because I see the land is the same. The land never change. Is the people change, and the people never can take the land. The land is pure, and the land is there from long time. So the people now, the people come and pass, but the people mind is that the problem in Africa. I can say all Africa, because all Africa for me is all this land called Abyssinia.
Brother,
So all
if you
land is
got brother,
changed.
if you have Ethiopian leaders willing to put other people like Bill Gates on their land and making them farm on their land and putting pesticides on their land and putting all these diseases on their food, it's going to affect the land.
Well, I don't know if Bill Gates is there. I don't know if these
Well,
people
he
they
is.
come there.
He is. That's what I'm saying.
But
You gotta learn about what the people are doing
if
on the land.
yeah, but if he come there, like
He
you
is.
say,
No, he is. He is
if
there.
he's there,
It's
if
not
he's
if.
there,
You can look it up yourself. He is
if
there.
he's there, because if he's there, it's no mean like, okay, because he's Bill Gates, because he maybe he's bad person or whatever thing. These people was a criminal, but His Majesty will receive them in Ethiopia. His Majesty give them also embassy. His Majesty show them, love to change their mind. If he's come in Ethiopia, it's not mean like he's bad. Okay, he's a maybe bad person, but Ethiopia is a different ways, a different spirit is there. So maybe today, you never know. This Bill Gates maybe today want to do something very good for Ethiopia, because it's benefit for Ethiopia. We don't want people to think like, well, we don't want no one come and give us some kind of skill or show us how to do something. No, we want all the world come in Africa. That's why we are African people. We are lovely people. We cannot receive like, okay, you make mistake, we understand. Today you come to me, I have to teach you what it was good to do, and you come in my land. So people need to see what he's gonna do, and people need to see what he's gonna make. If it's bad, if it's good, bad and good
Brother, we
never have a
know
color.
everything that comes with the name Bill Gates has never been good. So we
Well,
don't need to um what do you call it, experiment with people that we already know is not no that don't give no good. So there's no point of experimenting with people like Bill Gates. We
yeah,
can
that's
see
true,
what
because
we
we
can
don't.
see what his agenda is, and we don't need to keep having
So you
the
don't believe.
same outcome.
So you
So it's
don't
a
believe
waste of
like.
time to keep thinking that these people are for you when everything that they have done in history and present time isn't nothing good. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah. That's true. They never do some of them
we
thing
don't
good.
need those people. We know how to control our land. We did it before them before they even came.
Yeah, but we don't need maybe that people, but we need to know, we need to learn also. We need to learn about what they know how to do. They know to do many things, these people. No matter they wicked or what, they know to do many things. We have to take good and do for us also. That's the thing. We have to redemption. We call that redemption. Even Bob say redemption. Redemption mean what? People can have redemption. You
Yeah,
can have redemption.
redemption comes with justice as well, though.
Yeah, and that
So
justice
the
we will
justice
learn.
is for us to take back our control.
That's true. That's true.
So
But that
that's what we're
justice he
focusing
will
on.
learn. He will learn that justice. He need to learn that justice. One day he need to learn that justice. You don't know, because even the brothers say time for everything. It's time for everything. You don't know if tomorrow is another thing gonna do. You don't know about that. You don't know about tomorrow. You cannot judge a one man. Even we cannot judge. We have to just see the action. That's the most important, because we cannot judge someone in this earth. We have just to see what is good and what is bad. If we go in Ethiopia today, if we do something good for the people, what we're going to say, okay, is Bill Gates because he have this name. Okay, you have this name, but redemption is true. And the power, that spirit, I say the spirit of God, the spirit of Christ is in Ethiopia. Many people go in Ethiopia and they feel that spirit. You know, it's very different place for every place in the world. I know, because I travel a lot. It's a different place, Ethiopia. So that spirit is there. You know, so if we go there, you know why you go there, because it is time now to go there. The time is not us, it's the creator make the time, and everything is on time. We just have to follow and see how the thing going on, you know, because
Well, brother
people.
man, what if he told you the chosen conquering lion God has chose, but
Mhm.
because we still looking in the past, we can't hear or see him?
We can hear or see him.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you so stuck in the past, you can't see what God is doing right now.
Why I cannot see what God is doing right now? I see many things God is right now. Everything in the world, everything happen now in the world is by God. Everything happen in the world is by God. You know? So we see what the God do right now. We see that even in Africa, in the world, we see everything what God do right now. You know, it's a time for redemption. It's a time for every people now. Every people need to understand. You know, everyone can change tomorrow. We cannot, you don't know about tomorrow. You don't know what is going to be tomorrow. You know about today. It's today. That's why that's the thing I believe, you know. So if the people want to do good in Africa, why we gonna say no? Why?
Brother,
Even
we don't disagree with that. But
yeah, why we gonna say, okay, this man, he was a bad man there, okay, we don't want him here? You don't know. It's no you have to decide like that. It's God make that. Otherwise, he never be in Ethiopia. He never do all the thing happen. Is God make this thing for the people understand how he's working. You know, so we just have to follow and see, okay, what is good for all these things, you know, for Africa. And we see, you know, we're gonna see what he's gonna make, or another man gonna come. We need to open Africa. Africa is not for African, just black people. Africa is the ancient land for humanity. White man know that. White man, everyone with okay. The mistake we make mistake when we forget God. We make many mistakes. But when you know God, you cannot respond by war or by say, "Oh no, I'm going to close my land. I don't want this man to come." No, man. I have to show
Hey,
him who I am.
brother, don't the army of heaven follow Christ? The Bible say the army of heaven follow Christ.
The Bible said to follow Christ.
No, the Bible say the army of heaven follows Christ.
So the army of heaven follow Christ. So and the
So
army is
heaven
what?
got an army.
So this army is the army with weapon, or is the army with the spirit weapon?
Well,
Which kind of army?
but it's still a fight. Like I'm saying, like you can't take you trying to take away the fight. You know, it is a spiritual weapon. It's not a physical weapon. It's
Yes,
spiritual.
is a spiritual weapon.
But it's still a fight.
But this spiritual weapon is more powerful than the
We
war
agree.
weapon. You know,
And
and
I
the
definitely
spirit
agree with you.
The
Yeah, we
spiritual
not
weapon,
talking about a physical fight,
yeah,
but
but the spiritual weapon is mean live. Is live. Is all your life you in the spiritual weapon. You in the earth with that spiritual weapon. Everything you do, how you respond with the people, you have to respond with the spiritual weapon. This is life. We don't talk about one time. We talk about all your life. So the fight is there when you born. The day you born until today, you still on that spiritual fight. The spiritual fight is to follow God and to follow the way of God. Like, okay, this man is do bad, I have to show him good. His Majesty give the crown, he show good. His Majesty open the door, he show good.
well,
His
that's what we
Majesty give
all,
a
brother. That's what we all about
yeah,
is
that's no
bringing
problem.
in the righteousness back into the world. So,
That's black people, African culture. We are the lovely people. We never want to make people like we never want to make war with people. We have to show them love. This is our own, even in the slavery, how we save, how they come to destroy us, but we save ourselves. You know, our ancient people save themselves with love. That's why we survive. We don't survive by war. We survive by love. And many African people forget that. Only love can win, no matter what, no matter the time. Only love will win. So His Majesty showed us that until today. So for me, the war is not like, oh, I have to say like, okay, these people do me this, okay. No, okay, they do this, okay. I know God is the one gonna judge everything. But this time I have to still show them love. I have to still open my door. This is Christ's way. We are the Christ people. They say, okay, black people is the Christ people, black people is the God people. Okay, but how we show them we are the God people is to close our land, is to say, oh, you are colonize me. We don't learn your language. We don't talk your language. This is not like this. We have to communicate. That's why His Majesty open school. That's why His Majesty make people learn the language, and even also tell the Italian people to stay in Ethiopia the time of war. To stay in Ethiopia. He never tell them to go. He said, no, stay in Ethiopia. Because it's there you're going to have your redemption. That's the thing. Because he's a priest. When you are king, you're just the king. You king and you are priest also. His Majesty was a king and priest.
all right,
You
brother.
know,
Well, we appreciate you coming up.
give thanks.
There's some
I
things
give
we
thanks for the
don't fully
meditation.
agree on, but I appreciate you coming up, brother.
One love. I will come again. Give
All
thanks
right.
for the meditation together. Big up, brother.
Okay.
Peace,
We
brother.
good.
Peace to you,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Take care.
Yes, I will follow you. One
All
love.
right. Peace.
No, bro.
We humble. We humble.
Come on to this one.
So y'all go check out that website. Go check out the declaration on the website, the petition, the royal notice that's on the website. Please to understand exactly what we're trying to do, what our movement is about. Is restoring the throne of David back to Ethiopia. Do your research on the Salic-minded dynasty. Do your research on the siege of Magdala. So you can get a more understanding of where we're coming from. Shoot, even do some research on the operation of Moses. Why would the America and the Israelis will want to get Ethiopian Jews to Israel? Because they cannot deny that Jews was from Ethiopia. The ones that scattered was from Ethiopia, from East Africa. So we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.